right? Did anyone discover a new hobby during the pandemic, right? So like baking bread or gardening or going running or whatever it might be, crocheting, right? One of the things that I found during the pandemic was this thing called Sacred Steel TV. Has anybody here ever seen that? I had no idea that existed, and when I found it, it made all of the terribleness of the world go away. And so to know that I'm in the presence of the folks that originated that show, and to know that we're about to have a group from Toledo, Ohio. Anyone here from Toledo? All right. So some folks know that Toledo, Ohio is home to the Mud Hens. But more importantly, Toledo, Ohio is home to the Sacred Steel Hall of Fame. Right? So,
yes, sir.
Up next is all the way from Toledo, Ohio. Sacred Steel artist, gospel musician, Fran Ladystrings Grace.
Yeah.
And she is a virtuoso and one of the queens of Sacred Steel. Yeah. A gospel music tradition with roots in the Pentecostal church, anchored by the powerful riffs and chords of the steel guitar. Sacred Steel is music-driven gospel that will, and this is a guarantee, that will have you moving, clapping your hands, no matter how rigid your cultural background may or may not be. This is music that will move you. So, I would like everybody here to give the warmest, most enthusiastic return from the thunderstorm. Welcome to Washington, D.C. Welcome to Ladystrings.
That I know about you or just became aware of you is because I heard you at the Richmond Folk Festival. And
Yes.
apparently that was your first time as playing at a folk festival?
At a festival, yes. That was my first time, Pixie. I have played only in the church, but not that much. You know, I did most of my playing in my bedroom. For 30 years, I played, majority of my playing was in my bedroom. And I didn't have an amplifier. It's like playing this instrument, the sacred steel guitar. I play an 8-string Sierra. And playing this instrument brings me so much joy. And I'm an emotional player. So you can kind of tell when I'm in a good mood, I play happy. You know, when I'm kind of going through some things, I play a little sad. So I'm an emotional musician. That's how my music comes out. So my son always say, you can't be stressed, Mom. We need that good happy plan. I'm like, right. So yes, I'm an emotional player, but I love it. You know, I went through a divorce, and during my divorce, and I'm not ashamed to say it because my friends, family, everybody knows I went through domestic violence. You know, I had to have therapy for it and things like that. And this is the personal side that I'm sharing. But you know what? I was one of the survivors of it. And to this day, me and my ex-husband, we're cordial. I forgave him because it was kind of a generational curse type of thing where he wasn't raised by a man. He didn't know anything. And we got married pretty young. So I had to look at it like he was wrong for the things that he did. But, you know, he asked me to forgive him. And I did. But I had to go to therapy, and so did he. And my children's lives are much healthier because we seek the help, you know, that we did. And I didn't let my pain destroy me. But everything I went through, my music is what helped me to survive. Because I always, I put my kids to sleep, I worked 12-hour shifts for 17 years, and I never missed anything my children was involved in school, and that's why they're successful. I put my heart in it. When they were asleep, I would play my music 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. When I come home from work and they're in school, before I go to sleep, I will play my music. I did that for 30 years. This is what comes out of me. This is how I'm able to play. And a lot of people never heard that story. I shared it to help someone. You know, you can't let your pain destroy you. A lot of musicians, female and male, go through a lot of things, and they don't talk about it. I always want to help someone along the way, always. That's just something I believe in.
Oh, when I heard you were in a good mood during the
Yeah.
festival because you
Yes.
was rocking it out. You would, oh
Oh,
my,
bless your heart. Bless your heart. I'm in a whole better place now. I really am. And it helps my children.
I was behind the stage, backstage, just jamming. I mean, I couldn't help myself. I couldn't help myself. You know, that
Oh,
music was, you know, you definitely can make your steel guitar sing and talk.
yes.
Whew.
That's what it does. It talks, it sings, it hollers. And then I'm a lover of jazz too. So I kind of play gospel jazzy. You know, I love jazz music. But yeah, I want people to enjoy it, you know, dance, lift your hands, whatever you feel like doing, but I want them to enjoy it. I try to put everybody in a happy place. And that just makes me feel great, you know, when I see that. You know, somebody asked me, "Are you okay if I dance?" I said, "Please dance as much as you want."
Fran Grace was a revelation to me, and I don't mean simply because our context this week is church, but because she plays like this. She was more evidence that 2022 was the year of women artists at the Richmond Folk Festival. You may think you're in a blues bar hearing one of the great blues guitarists in the world. Well, you're hearing a great guitarist, but the context is praise. Fran is among a small sisterhood of women trailblazers on the lap steel guitar and has been declared a queen of sacred steel by the Sacred Steel Hall of Fame. Fran Grace and her family band, the primary performers on this week's edition of Encore Highlights from the 2022 Richmond Folk Festival on VPM Music 93.1 and 107.3.